and it's been sent by the Creator, and the Creator inspiration is in this book, calling us to believe the one true God. And he's telling the people, if this book is not from God, bring a chapter like it and disprove it's not from God. And the book is calling people to say so many things of our daily life. It's our do's and don'ts are mentioned in there. Say like in society we need some kind of solution. We need some kind of problem solving. Like we have political, we have social, we have economic, we have so many problems. And the only one book has to solve it has to be from divine. And the divine has to explain to us what is meaning or purpose of life. Because what is life anyway? Where does life come from, Why we have so much problems, All these questions are assessing questions that daily we have to answer ourselves. It's not just like, we, living life and eating food. We believe that there's a high power and there's something being inside that is yearning us to believe the power, the majesty of God. And it's calling us to believe, you see. And we saying that is the Quran. We saying that the Quran is from God. Moses and Jesus and Abraham, these were men God chose and communicate with them high platform and is guiding the people. And we believe the Quran is from God because we can analyze it. What Moses did, what Abraham did, we can analyze through history. And then we can say that these people, they've gone through certain problems of their time, and it's teaching us to catch up. Where have we gone wrong? And don't be like those time of that people. And then we can live our life according to what God is giving us. And to live according to, what God is pleased. Because we have to say, like, where does, morality come from? Yeah. If we have different morality, it's going to be different subjects. And everybody can speculate. Oh, I see life this way. I see like if I say to you like, what is your purpose of your creation? Some people will say, do you have purpose of creation? Some people will say, I was born to, to be good to my family and to fellow. But who told them that?
No, let's ask her.
There must be.
What do you believe in anything, mother?
I think I'm here for me to help people.
Yes.
Because in the end, it happened.
Yeah.
And now,
but where does that happen come from?
Caring for someone.
Yes.
But I think it was always there. But I had to be ready for and open for it.
Yes.
Yes. No, I agree with you. Where you're born like self-inclination to help others, to be kind, to be kind, to support others.
Yes.
But
this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Yeah,
but if you support other people, that you are agreeing helping people is good. But how do you know that what you're doing is good? How do we choose that?
For example,
how do we know?
If your mother who raised you, who born you, who born you, and then she raised you all her life, and then you start helping other people instead of your mother, would you be fair?
Yeah.
Would you be marked as a good person?
I am helping my mum because my mum.
No, I'm just giving you an analogy. I'm not saying you in particular. I'm saying, let's say two individuals. One person who was born by a mother, who raised her all her life, who gave her education, who provide for her everything, and then she is grateful to another person.
Yes.
Instead of her mother, who is better?
Do you see that analogy he's saying?
So my analogy is this. Let me come to conclusion. God has given us life, for example. He gave us lives. He sustained us. He provide for us. He look after us. Everything. He protect us, the protector, the most wise, all-knowing.
Yes.
So we have to be grateful to the Most High, the Creator, instead of another people. So just like you have to be grateful to your mother who look after you, who provide you, instead of other people.
Let's ask her. Let's ask her. Do you believe there's higher power, or
do you believe in the Creator?
Yeah. What do you believe? Or what do you say?
I believe a little bit because I must be created for a reason.
The
purpose
of life.
Live my life the way I want.
Yes, you're right.
Absolutely.
This where the creation comes in. This is where the creation comes in. He tells us why you've been created. He said that you created you to see which of you are good indeed. which of you are good indeed with God consciousness, and how do you worship God? This is one of the things of Islam. Say like if someone tells you you have eyes, you have kidneys, you have a mind, you have reason. All this faculty is not by random things. It has been gifted to you. If I told you today one of your kidneys is in the hospital, and then you will spend all your money, all your saving, just to get back on life again, and he said, yeah, I will do that. But it's given for free.
Yes.
And then God is telling you have to give grateful for what I've given. Give thanks for what I've given that. And He's calling people, to recognize these things as a rational and logic and reason. All these things is coming from the Creator, saying that for your own self, there's absolutely design, and you have to contemplate of your life, of your purpose. And this life, you say that this life is short, and then we're going to go back to our Creator. But it depends how we live our life. How do we live our life? Do we live life as pleasing ourselves or this one? Because people will say, yeah, there's problems in the world. World War II, everything is fighting. There's problems. They're shooting. And then what's the end of the tunnel? There must be some other things in there that maybe something is good. Nobody knows, But this is what God is inspired us to do so, telling us these all the things you have to contemplate, you have to reason, you have to come to your senses and recognize your surrounding. Because once you understand God, there will be no confusion. There will be rational make sense because you have believed the oneness of God that God is calling us to. And all the prophets were doing the same thing. Jesus was doing it, Moses was doing it, and Muhammad was doing it as well. So what we say, what you actually said, it actually makes sense, but it has to come on board.
How do you define the Creator? How do you know this Creator exists? That's my question to you. Or what will convince you that the Creator exists? That's my second question.
For me, it's like, I know there's a path, but it's not really clear.
Yes.
So if I knew, I was shown a clear path.
Okay, clear path, then you will believe it. Yeah. So that's what we're here to show you. The clear path.
Yeah.
Actually, because
do you believe there's absolute truth? Absolutely. There must be absolute truth in somewhere.
Yeah.
There cannot be two absolute truth. There has to be one absolute truth.
Yes.
There can't be two prime ministers or two queens.
Yes, exactly.
It has to be one in it. Everything has one. It makes sense. It has to be one man, one woman.
Being.
Yeah. So we believe there's absolutely truth out there, but people have to search for it. And that search is that communication. We believe the Quran is from God, and it's calling us people. It's like a magnet calling up for what's in yourself, and it's calling up too. And we believe the Quran is from God because it's a powerful book.
So we need to establish who this Creator is. For example, in the beginning of the universe, you heard about this. The universe has a beginning, the Big Bang. Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So what caused the Big Bang, if you don't mind me asking?
Because it was just like they said, it was like an asteroid that
gas
hit the earth.
Hit the earth, a gas explosion.
Yeah,
we believe that as well. That's what the Quran talks about it as well.
So
he said that
the modern science conclude that the universe has a beginning. Did you know this? So the universe is expanding basically, and what causing it? That's my question to you. What's causing it that the universe is expanding?
I think because we're all growing, and it's like everything just is growing.
Yeah, expanding.
Different ways, like human beings.
Yes.
Like interactions, everything. Just happens.
It's a miracle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we believe it was caused by the Creator. We believe, as a Muslim, the Creator has created the universe, the Big Bang, everything. His own cause, his own created. The Creator is the one who created everything. The universe, the human being, the animals, the stars, the moon, everything that you can think of.
Yeah.
And this universe, the Creator has given us purpose to recognize who this Creator is. For example, we are a sign of the Creator. We as a human being, we are conscious, we can think, we know what's right, what's wrong. We know what's good, what's bad. For example, like you mentioned earlier, if you're kind to other person, if you feed them, you know automatically rationally, that is good thing. And if you steal from another person,
it's
it's
a bad.
bad.
Yeah.
So God has gave us the God. He wouldn't leave us alone. He sent us a prophets and messengers to recognize who this creator is. Do you agree with me? So yes. So because a creator does not come into this universe, it's very tiny compared to the creator. You cannot comprehend the creator. So he sent, for example, he sent Adam as a prophet, Moses, Noah, Jesus, Abraham, and
All the
last
prophets of God.
messenger is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I don't know if you know any about these prophets. Do you know about them? Have you heard about them?
I've heard them, but I don't really know
No.
about
Okay, how can we define these prophets to be a true prophet? That would be a question, I think, to you. These prophets were given miracles because anybody can claim to be a prophet. But these prophets are human beings that were sent who were like us, but they had something. God has blessed them with miracles.
That's why it says, Prophet Muhammad,
Yes.
you should know this man.
So, for example, Prophet Moses was sent. He was given miracle. He split the sea by God's permission. And then later on, God has sent prophets into every nation to call people to worship one God.
One God, yes.
That's what you mentioned earlier. We need something a bit stronger, then I'll follow it, right? So God has sent every
Prophets,
nation. I believe Prophet Moses was sent with the miracles. Prophet Jesus was given miracles by God's permission. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he was sent as the last messenger, and he was also given miracles. Because all those prophets, we cannot see their miracles, but we can see Prophet Muhammad's miracles. Do you know what his miracles is? It's in 21st century.
It's the Quran.
Prophet Muhammad was given a Quran as a miracles.
Right.
Do you know Quran is the only preserved book on earth?
Yes.
It has no contradiction.
Yes.
Unchanged. It was given by the Creator. He was given to Prophet Muhammad. He could not read or write. Imagine the book, something was given to someone who cannot read or write. And then he's got no contradiction, unchanged, and he's challenging to whole mankind, everyone, to bring chapter like the Quran. And nobody has ever brought it.
Yes.
The linguistic, the literature of the Quran is, you cannot imagine. It's in Arabic language. It was
Have you read the Quran a little bit?
Have you read the Quran before?
We will give you a copy.
We
will give you a copy,
because the Quran is chapter 114 chapter in the Quran.
Yes.
And nobody has ever brought even like one sentences, one chapter of the Quran. Yeah. So the Quran, for example, is got scientific rights.
Yes.
It's unlike any other scripture. It passed the test. For example,
scientific. It talks about the rain. It talks about rain cycle. It talks about the cloud.
Meteorology,
It talks about the galaxy.
Yes.
It talks about the embryo. It talks about the mountain. They not clash with one another. Scientists just discovered 60 years back, but 1400 years ago, the Quran mentioned. So we believe that this book is from God because it's agreeing modern science is what they find today.
Yes.
And we will say if book is agreeing with modern science, it has to be from God. Because once you believe book is from God, then it has to be coming from God. And then once you believe it's coming from God, then you have to accept it because society tells us today, like so many things is going on, like role models, all these things. We believe the models, if you stick into it by understanding your preservation of the world, then you could be understanding of the world, what the Quran talks about it. The Quran talks about the human psychology, behavior. Some people, it talks about so many things. It deals with so many aspects of the psychologies of humanity, of their behavior. It talks about some people, they do certain things. It talks about, resurrection. It talks about the day of judgment. It talks about the past. It talks about history. It even talks about the Christian, how what they believe, the Jews, it corrects them certain where they go wrong.
It talks about past, present, and future. That'll be easier to understand. So we believe in the oneness of God as a Muslim. Do you know anything about Islam? Have you heard anything? So let me tell you about it. So in chapter 2 in the Quran, 163, the verse it says that your God is only one. There is no God but He.
Yes.
So we do not worship anyone beside God.
Yes.
We do not associate any partners with God.
Yes.
That is the distinction between the Islam and other religion, other faith. For example, Islam is the first religion,
Yes.
fast growing religion on the face of earth.
The fastest
Did you know
growing.
this?
Yes.
So, do you know? And the majority who are entering into Islam are the women.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
majority, especially. So, Quran, we believe Prophet Muhammad is the last messenger of God. How do you know this prophet? He's a prophet. He prophesied about the future, about 21st century. He was sent 1400 years ago. He
Yeah.
says, I can tell
He
you about
prophesied
his,
what's happening today.
Yes, he's telling you something that's happening today, right now.
Yes,
If I
1400
tell
years
you
ago.
now, you'll be
Where
surprised.
they used to drive camels, and they never
Yes.
knew have
They
cars.
didn't know
They didn't have no,
anything, yeah.
infrastructure. And he
Infrastructure.
talks about what's happening today.
For example, Prophet Muhammad says there will be a time, a Bedouin Arab
Yeah.
who did not know how to build their tall buildings.
Yeah.
He said a Bedouin Arab will compete each other in building tall buildings.
Yes.
Tall buildings.
Yeah.
Do you know where is the tall building right now? It's in Dubai. It's called Burj Al
Yeah.
Khalifa, one of the tallest buildings. How did he know? That is the question.
Yeah. And he said people would be driving to the masjid a car. They would
By
say
box,
they were
yeah.
boxes. Yeah, box. He didn't say a car, but he said box.
Yeah, 1400
And people will
years
go
ago,
on
they
it.
didn't
Yeah.
even know how to build.
He said
the
people will
line.
use their mobile phones
Some-
and human psychology behavior. They will do something is not acceptable of that time.
Yes.
And it's happening today, right now. So
Yes.
prophecies is fulfilled most of the time. And we believe that prophecies is already happened. Just by analyzing if he's true prophet, then all these prophecies, what he said of that time is being fulfilled. He said that family will be breakdown. Mother and father will not have not, and marriage divorces will increase. All these things
Yes,
his
so we
prophet talked
establish
about.
God is one, right? And we establish Prophet Muhammad
Yeah.
is the last messenger that was sent to everyone.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether you are English, European, African,
Yeah.
China, whoever you are, always he says
All
he
the-
was sent
Rahmatullah
as Rahmatun lil Alameen, was
Yeah.
merciful. So God is one. Can I describe you who this God is? So Allah is the personal name of God in Islam. It's called Allah. Have you heard about a name called Allah?
Okay.
Yes. So Allah is the personal name of true God. Nothing else can be called Allah. For example, other people, if you say God, it can be plural. It can be goddess. You can
Yeah. They can play with the words.
you can play with words.
Yeah.
But Allah is singular.
It's
name of
unique
God.
name, yeah.
It's unique. Yeah. So the term has no plural or gender, unlike the English word God, which can be made both plural and feminine.
Alaikum salam. You going, yeah?
brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
go on.
Next Saturday, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Take care.
So yes, the unique usage of Allah is a reflection of Islam, emphasized on the purity of the belief in one God.
Yes.
The main beauty of Islam is that it acknowledges that to complete perfection, greatness, and uniqueness of God with absolute no compromises. This is reflected in Islam, core teaching of the attributes of God.
Yes.
God is one and unique. Do you agree? So you
Can I
agree?
give you this one,
So, yeah, that is the Quran. God has no father, mother, or daughters or wives. Is unlike the creation. God is the creator, the most
Yes.
high. Do you agree? Okay. God alone is worthy of all worship.
Yes.
So we worship God directly. For example, if I give you £1 million and I say to you, give me your eyes. If I give you just, let's say I give you £1,000, what would you say to me, Alice?
Honest for that,
Yes.
I would refuse.
You refuse.
Yeah, because you're a
you
stranger.
don't know, because you know why? Because I'm a stranger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you refuse. But some people will take that one and they will always say, thank you, I appreciate it. That will change their life. They can build whatever, they can buy their houses, their cars, whatever their wishes. But you refuse, I respect that. But my point will be is if you refuse that, that is fine, absolutely fine. So, had there been, for example, we worship only one God. Has there been more than one God, it would reflect deficiency in his power or authority, as this will
Deficiency,
involve
yes.
God of having revelry, making some process of needy agreement with other gods. So we don't believe multiple gods.
Yes.
For example, we believe in the oneness of God. The one
Some
who created
Christian they say
everything.
Jesus is God. Hindu will
Yes,
say the
yes.
cow is God, the monkey is God.
We
say God is one.
We reject all of false gods.
Yes.
We worship one God. We have self-inclination. We recognize that there's only one God. We believe every child is born as a Muslim.
Yes.
Who
Muslim
submit
means
his will.
submit will to God. Yes.
Yeah, his will to God
Yes.
Almighty.
When
So-
you're a baby, everything submits will to God. The sun is submits will to God because he's moving the power of God.
yes, the
The
power he
moon
mentioned
of the
God,
dawn and the
power
cloud,
is-
the rain, it comes by the permission of God. Nothing moves here by the permission. The air that we breathe is coming from God. The
Yes.
body that we inhale is coming from the permission of God.
So
Because
who gave
without
you
God-
who gave you life, for example, if I may ask you?
So really, for me, it
Yes.
was always
Yes.
my mum, but obviously sometimes
No, your
it
mom
gets-
born
yeah,
you
yeah,
actually. Your mom born you,
yeah,
but who gave you life? Like I'm talking about life.
yeah.
Who gave you life?
Well, it would be from a higher power.
High
wouldn't it?
power,
High power,
God.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
said that it's Allah who gave you.
Yes,
Because,
God.
for example, if you say, my mom gave me life, and then once you die, can your mom return you?
Your mom and
If
dad,
she had the power,
it was just the
authority-
cost.
Yes,
It was just the means.
it was just a means.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
come-
God has give your parents.
But the embryo, the way it changes,
Yes.
it changes form.
God is the one who gave
it
you
changes to miraculous. It becomes
Yes.
once it was a sperm, then it becomes a living being. That's a miracle.
So now you believe in God because you said the high power who gave you life. So now, do you believe? You already agreed to me. For example, if there's a chapter in the Quran, it's 112. It says, Bismillah ar-Rahman, Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Say God is one and unique, uniquely one. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Allahu Samad, He's self-sufficient,
Yes.
eternal. He is eternal. Do you agree that God is self-sufficient?
Yeah.
We're in need of God. God does not need us. We're in need of God. Do you
Yes.
agree? Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He begets not, nor was he begotten. Do you agree? Because God did not give birth to anyone, or he was not born by mother or. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. There is nothing comparable to God. You cannot comprehend God. We cannot compare God into anything. Do you agree?
By the time you think of
agree?
something, it cannot be God because you
Yes.
picture something is
Yes.
in your head.
So you believe the most powerful,
Yes.
the all creator, the sustainer. Do you agree? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we established that God is one. You already agreed. Do you
Yes.
agree? Prophet Muhammad is the last messenger of God. You agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's
that's
good.
it. That's what Islam. So you're closer to Islam now.
Yeah.
So are you ready to say the Shahada, the testimony? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
It's
Okay.
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 strange experiencing
In your head.
like, thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Lovely. So I will say in English.
Yeah.
Is there anyone forcing you?
No.
No. Thank you. Lovely.
from
So the Shahada, the testimony, I will say in English, then you say in Arabic. I testify. You repeat after me.
Yeah.
I testify.
I testify
There is none worthy of worship
there's none worthy of worship
except Allah,
except Allah,
and I testify
and I testify
that Prophet Muhammad
that Prophet Muhammad
is the messenger
is the messenger
of Allah.
of Allah.
Ashhadu
Say ash.
Say-
Ashhadu
an
an
la
la
ilaha
ilaha
illallah,
illallah,
la
la
ilaha
ilaha
illa
illallah,
Allah,
Allah,
wa
wa
ashhadu
ashhadu
anna Muhammadan
Muhammad
Rasulullah.
Rasulullah.
So Alhamdulillah,
mashallah.
welcome to Islam, sister.
You're Muslim.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
Muslim. How do you feel right now?
I actually feel,
Yeah.
I just feel like light.
Light,
yes.
yeah. That means your heart is getting cleaned up.
So
Yeah.
yes, we
Your heart
believe,
is getting
yes,
fresh.
Alhamdulillah.
That's very good.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu
Yeah,
Akbar,
Allahu
Allahu
Akbar,
Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
So Allah is the greatest. That's what I said. Allah is the greatest because we believe.
Yeah.
So so Islam has 5 pillars. The first one, you have water in your mouth. We believe all your previous sins are
Are forgiven.
forgiven.
Yeah, that's why your-
Shahada.
the
That's
Shahada
why
is
you feel
cleaning you
light,
up.
You feel clean.
Yeah.
Anytime you die from now, you are promised paradise as a Muslim. You will enter paradise by God's permission. So the second pillar of Islam is the salat, prayer. For example, we pray 5 times daily,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Shahada
Father,
la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadar Rasulullah wa iqamis salat,
Hajj.
to pray 5 times daily,
Yeah.
wa iqamis salat wa ita'iz zakat, and to give charity like you mentioned before. But this charity is annual charity. Every year we give the money that you have saved. For example, you give 2.5% to the poor. وحج, yeah, the third one. And the fourth one is the fast. Yeah,
Oh,
and the
we were
fourth
just
one.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah, the fourth one is to fast in the month of Ramadan. Did you know last month we fasted?
Yes.
Yes. And وحج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا, and the one who can afford to go to Hajj. So the fifth one is only those who can afford to go to Hajj pilgrimage, in Makkah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So Alhamdulillah, we believe everything. Allah, we believe destiny.
It's the will,
It's the willing
It's
of
the will
Allah
of
that you
God.
accepted Islam.
Yeah.
Allah has brought you in here
Yes.
because Allah
Because
recognized
it's open did you open your mind?
Yes, and
It
your
makes
heart.
sense.
Yeah, it's just suddenly it's like
Yeah.
I've never ever thought about all those things, but
Yes.
when you were saying it, it's like, yeah, I get that and I understand it.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
just,
Allahu Akbar.
it was like just really easy to follow and
Yeah.
understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Simple.
Nothing else like that.
Yeah.
I've never had that.
Never.
That's very good.
Okay, lovely.
You're very
So
that's very good.
what's your name, sister?
Crystal.
Crystal. I'll take your contact. We'll contact you.
Yes.
And inshallah, we will teach you more about Islam,
Yeah.
how to pray,
We
so
will-
many things. We will pass you. We have a YouTube,
Yes.
also our channels, and this the Quran. You have the brother gave you the Quran, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your number?
Ready?
her details.
079
079
Wait, hold on. Don't say it now because we need to stop.